Today at the Neuroacting Body Shop, Joe Bob gives an actor the bad news.
Well, looks like we had a good look at your sternocleidomastoids. I think we're going to have to remove your neck. Up to now, we've been learning how to relax and receive impulses. Now we're moving on to the next stage, which is to experience all that before we can express it. This is absolutely crucial for young actors, especially if you want to work on stage, because unknowingly, we've all become small, and it will destroy your chance of getting work. You see, here's the stage where you perform every day. That's right. The way you use your phone is affecting your acting. Just like many other actor trainers, I've seen a drastic change over the years in the way student actors use their bodies. Because we're using social media more and spending increasing amounts of time communicating this way rather than in face-to-face encounters, this performance technique, if you want to call it that, has had a huge impact in the way the body is used. I can see it when I coach actors. It works like this. If you're looking into a camera, then either consciously or unconsciously, you no longer find it desirable to use your entire body. So your head becomes your only tool to communicate, while the body hangs limply because it has no function in the encounter. That's disastrous for the actor. Because think of it, a casting director or an audience must receive nonverbal cues, what we call body English, in order to receive your audition or performance. If you can't communicate those nonverbal cues, you may find it hard to get work. So today, it's about finding what's blocking us in our work. And you'll also learn a radical new way of creating gestures in your acting. More than any other performing artist, the actor is the ultimate combination of artist and work of art. Your body and your mind are your paintbrushes as an actor, but they're also your canvas. But young actors are having an increasing problem with unblocking and experiencing raw emotions and having a body that's free to express them. One of the reasons is physical. If we can sort that out, we're well on the way. Humans have been evolving for hundreds of thousands of years. And I believe that now we are seeing the dawn of a new evolutionary leap. We are becoming Homo digitus. That's what's killing our acting ability. Stella Adler, the great acting teacher, said, if your body is not in good shape, or your voice is not in good shape, your acting cannot be in good shape. Do you understand? It's held in, as if you are locked up and couldn't move. It's not that you can't act. It's that 9/10 of you is locked up in this prison. And where are we locked up most? That's right, our necks. It goes way beyond stiffness. We're blocking off a very important nerve that serves to express our feelings. Now, you may take for granted that your neck is stiff, or you may not even feel it, yet. But Dr. Neuro will explain exactly what we're doing and what's in our future. This is a bowling ball. It weighs 4.5 kilograms, or 9 pounds, which is the same weight as the average human head. The pipe coming out of the bowling ball represents your spine that supports your head. Now, we take it for granted that each day we're balancing a 9-pound weight on our shoulders. And as long as we keep in a neutral alignment, our body does a pretty good job at holding the load. But let's see what happens if I assume the natural posture of a person on their phone, which now puts the weight out of balance. And at a computer, it's even more pronounced with our neck jutting forward. Now, right now, holding the bowling ball at this angle, I'm using my biceps more. But if this were my head, my upper back would be compensating for the unbalanced load by tightening. My neck muscles, which should be activated, are getting lazy. And my chest muscles, slumped forward, are becoming shortened and tight. This means that a nerve running under my collarbone down to my fingers will eventually become pinched, and my hand becomes numb. Many people are already experiencing this evolution of the body with neck and shoulder pain. And a quick check of the screen time on our phones will tell us how many hours per week we're participating in this evolutionary process. And here's how we'll look in 20 years' time. We now have a picture of what Homo digitus will look like in a few decades. She's your average office worker who doesn't make an effort to get away from her desk enough. She doesn't eat well and has a permanent deformity in her upper back because she was unaware of what she was doing to her body over the years. A bit sad. And I would imagine that few actors would want to look like that. and have a body in constant pain and pretty useless as an instrument of self-expression. The only solution is to learn to maintain a centered, neutral alignment. This neutral alignment that we're going to learn today may feel strange at first, but that's only because it now feels natural being out of alignment. We humans are even beginning to grow little horns on our spine called osteophytes. They'll help to compensate for this imbalance, but you're not going to like those later on in life. But let's get back to today. We actors are often ignorant of how this misalignment affects the way we release our creativity and emotions within us, meaning that there is no creativity and there are no emotions. Why? Because you're compressing your vagus nerve. No, it's not that vagus. Unlike the other vagus, what happens in this vagus doesn't stay there. I'll blind you with the science later on in the course book, but this monster nerve that runs from our brainstem down to our guts moderates our heart, our lungs, our digestion, our moods, and our anxiety levels. Compression on it, as we do every day, affects our whole life and our art. Now do you see why it's important to do all we can to awaken the body? So in this lesson, we're going to learn some very simple, helpful ways to overcome this compression. You can revisit this routine before you rehearse the scene or go into an audition or performance. You owe it to your instrument, and you owe it to your audience. Let's begin with a short warm-up from the Chinese practice of Qigong. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and relax the shoulders. Come onto the balls of the feet and start to shake up and down. Feel and enjoy the bouncing effect in the shoulders. It's very relaxing for the shoulders and lets them drop down a little bit more from the ears. Slowly taper the movement down and stop. Now soften the knees, bring the hands up to the rib cage. Close your eyes and take some deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. As you breathe in, your ribs want to be pushing out into your hands. And now as you breathe out, start to connect with your deep core muscles. So draw in the lower tummy muscles very subtly and keep that deep breathing going. Then open your eyes, relax your arms by your side. Start to roll the shoulders backwards. Draw them right up to the ears and down to the floor. And as the shoulders drop, lengthen the crown of the head at the same time. We want to create lots of space between the neck and the shoulders. Now start to get those elbows moving. And then we're going into full shoulder circles. Breathe in on the lift, out on the lower. And then keep the arms up, bring the hands together, push the palms up to the ceiling. Now from here, drop your shoulders and lean to the right. Push the left arm through as far as you can, engage your core, and draw the body back to center. Gently lean to the left. Keeping the head between the shoulders, stretch through the arm, and then draw the body back again. One more each side. Inhale, hold. Exhale, return. Last one. Now circle the arms around, bring the hands behind you, clasp the hands together, draw the shoulder blades together, and then lift the hands away from your bottom. Try not to arch the spine when you're doing this. Keep the lower back in neutral. And then we're going to bring the arms in front, drop the chin to the chest, lengthen the arms, and really curve the spine into a C shape. Then turn the palms away from you, straightening the elbows, press up to the ceiling, breathe in, exhale, circle hands behind the bottom, and open up the chest. Last one, coming forwards. Round the upper back, press through. Guide the arms up to the ceiling, breathe in, exhale, circle, and again open that chest. Now come back to a neutral standing position again and place your arms down by your side. Now without turning your head, let your eyes look to the right. Keep facing forward and tilt your head to the right so that your ear moves closer to your right shoulder without lifting the shoulder to meet it. Reach over with your right hand and gently help the stretch. With your left fingers open, push down with the palm of your hand. Hold for 30 seconds. Let your head come back to neutral and shift your eyes to look forward again. And now the other side. Without turning your head, let your eyes look to the left. Keep facing forward and tilt your head to the left so that your ear moves closer to your left shoulder without lifting the shoulder to meet it. Reach over with your left hand and gently help the stretch. With your right fingers open, push down with the palm of your hand. Hold for 30 seconds. Let your head come back to neutral and shift your eyes to look forward again. Let's do another neck stretch. Imagine that you're standing up against a wall with your head resting against it. Slowly pivot your head to the right and look over your right shoulder. Come back to center and slowly pivot your head to the left and look over your left shoulder. And come back to center. Now take the feet a little bit wider, turn the toes out, soften the knees, and bring the hands to the hips. We're going to lean over to the right, reach the left arm over as far as you can, and then sweep through back to the center, let both knees bend. Ease over to the left, reach, breathe in, exhale, return to center, down in the squat position. Transfer the weight. Breathe in, exhale, release, down into squat. One more. And then walk the feet back into your standing posture, and we're going to do upper body rolls. The shoulder stretch is a bit tricky, so I'll demonstrate, you watch, and then we'll do it together. We roll the left shoulder back, right shoulder forwards. Arms come down the side of the legs. Then we sweep the body around to the center and roll back up into standing from the lower back all the way up to the neck. Then the other shoulder rolls back, front shoulder forwards, arms slide down the side of the leg, sweep round to the center, and slowly restack the spine. Now let's both do it. Roll the left shoulder back, right shoulder forwards. Arms come down the side of the legs. Then we sweep the body around to the center and roll back up into standing from the lower back all the way up to the neck. Then the other shoulder rolls back, front shoulder forwards, arms slide down the side of the leg, sweep around to the center, and slowly restack the spine. Keep going. So you want to keep the knees nice and soft and springy. We're giving the back a really nice stretch here, and the movement wants to flow. With everything flowing, we sweep through, engaging that core to return to standing. Let's do one more to each side. Last one. And relax the shoulders. After that, how do you feel in your body and your brain? A little bit more relaxed and mellow? Great. Let's carry on focusing on undoing the tension in the neck, since that's so crucial to expression. Now that we've awakened the body, let me awaken your mind a bit. We do not have a neck. That's right, we don't have a neck. Like we have an arm, a leg, or a head. It looks like we do, because that's the part that pops out of our shoulders. What we really have is one long spine, and the top part pops out. So instead of thinking of a neck and spine as separate when we turn our head, or bend it, or lift it, or look at our phones, I want you, as you move your head, to become aware of the whole spine, from the sacrum down at the bottom, up to the base of the skull as you move around. Now, let's remove your neck very slowly with a centering exercise. You'll need to stand up for this and just follow my words. Imagine that you're standing against an invisible wall. Allow your head and your neck to relax so that your chin goes forward to your chest. Soften your shoulders while still keeping the image of the wall behind you, and let each vertebra of your spine peel down from the wall until you are bent over, completely relaxed. Allow all tension to go. Picture your head being relaxed, your shoulders relaxed, your knees relaxed. Very slowly, with your head and shoulders still relaxed, restack each vertebra very slowly, like a set of building blocks, one on top of the other, with your head and shoulders still relaxed, until you finally come up very slowly to a relaxed standing position. Allow yourself to stand differently than you normally stand, completely relaxed. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart. Allow yourself to have soft, not bent, just soft knees. Let your arms hang to your sides. Center your weight by evenly spreading your weight through the balls of the feet and the heels of your feet. Now find a target on the opposite of the room and put your attention onto it. This might be a mark on the wall, a light, a switch, anything specific and at a reasonable distance from you, something there, not here. Become aware of your own width, length, and depth. No need to stretch your spine or pull back your shoulders. Simply think long, wide, and deep. Be aware of your body in all three dimensions. Think this without changing anything. Let my neck be free so that my head can rise up, so that my back can lengthen and widen. Let my neck be free so that my head can rise up, so that my back can lengthen and widen. As you settle with this thought, picture your chest relaxing, your belly relaxing, and breathe in on a count of 3. Let your breath rest for a moment and release that breath through your mouth over a steady count of 8. Breathe in for 3. Breathe out for 8. And continue enjoying this simple experience of relaxed,
cleansing breathing. Repeat this breath pattern 5 times. When you first begin, you may only manage an out-breath of 5 counts. As you develop control, you may move to an out-breath over a count of 12. The goal is measured, controlled breathing. Take several moments now to become aware of what your body feels like. Call this sensation neutral. Your mind may tell you that you look different, but be open to the idea that this is your natural and perfect state of physical being. Now, once again, see the object across the room that you are looking at. See its specific shape, color, form, and function. Move from the state of inner concentration to put your attention onto that object. Broaden your focus to include the room and the context of that object. See where and when you are here and now. And take this new sense of centering and alignment with you and begin to add it to your life.
Now that we've awakened the body in a centering way, we're going to do some movement work. This will be leading toward neurogestures, a radical new way for you to make your acting gestures in a way that's more natural and grounded. We are physical creatures, but we forget that. Sometimes our body is what we use to carry our head around, and then we wonder why we don't know how to use our hands on stage. What's missing is attention. That is, feeling the way our body feels, the way movement feels, and any feelings of comfort or discomfort, as well as pleasure that you experience. Try this. Read this text on your screen. As you read this text on the screen, sit very still. Don't move. That's method 1. Now, start again, and as you read, begin to gently rock back and forth from side to side. Keep reading. Does your movement with attention make it easier for you to take in what you're reading with this method? That's because you're more at home in your body this way. Over the next few days, bring some movement with attention into whatever you do that requires thinking. For example, when you're trying to find a solution to a problem, trying to learn some lines for a scene, or looking for a way to ask a family member or a teacher for a favor, at some point get up and take a walk. If walking is not an option, go where you have some privacy and do some simple dance steps for a few minutes. Infuse your movement with attention. Feel the sensations at the bottom of your feet. Feel the sensations in your belly as you breathe, and continue opening your mind for solutions. Notice if, during or after these movements with attention, your thinking flows better, it's more clear, it's more creative, and whether new ideas and solutions begin to surface. You can bring this awareness of your body into your daily life. From time to time, for a few seconds, pay attention to your movements. Feel the sensations in your body as you move. Become aware of how fast or how slow you're moving, how you're breathing as you move, what you're thinking or feeling. Allow yourself to come alive in your own body.